What up, everybody? This is your guy, the Prophet Wolf. Here I got my guy, Captain James from SK, New Jersey. Got my guy,
Yes, sir.
Blackout from Assassins.
What
Alliance.
up? What up?
We are here, man. We are back with a podcast. This is great. I've done podcasts a couple weeks. I apologize for that. Been busy, but we are here. But tonight's topic is competitive greatness. The reason why I picked that topic because I feel like we all are on the path of competitive greatness. Um, and everyone here has a purpose, Everyone here is doing their purpose, and everyone here is on a new path of being on their greatness. So before we get started, fellas, how's everything been for you guys these past couple of months? How the MagFed meetups? Talk more about that.
Well, for the most part, thanks for having me on the show once again.
Yes, sir.
For the most part, the MagFed meetups have been awesome. I played my first one in a long time last weekend. It was dope. It was a good moment for me. I know that for a fact.
Nice.
How about you, Jay?
I can hear you. I didn't hear anything.
Can you hear me now, James?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. My question was, how has these couple of months been for you for the MagFed meetup? How it's like treating you, and how's just overall, how's everything been?
The I think the MagFed meetups have been great, and they're just getting better and better every time. You get more of a core, core group of guys that just keep coming out. The word keeps spreading. So I'm just continue to get better.
You're breaking up, James. If you can hear me, you're breaking up.
Hold on. How about now?
All right, loud and clear now.
How-
All right, loud and clear now.
And the competition's getting better.
Yeah, last MagFed meetup was dope. I will say that. Kind of switched sides this time. Tried to play with Garcia and play my guy Nomad. Shout out to Nomad. That's my guy from Black Renegade. Been running with him for a couple of years. For him to come home for his homecoming was amazing. It was great. We got some wrecking, and it was dope. It was definitely dope. Plus me and James, we always run together like the best duos. I want to say. You ask me.
We definitely get it in.
I mean, so in these past couple of months been great. Running with especially Warfare. Warfare was I feel like our first step of competitive greatness. We showed out. Everyone came to do their job, and it was great. And that actually led us to these MagFed meetups now, which is going to be, I think, twice a month now at OTP.
Yeah, that's the word on the street is that they want to play twice a month.
Okay, yeah, I just found it out a few days ago, so that's dope. I hope that really is something that is confirmed. So we're going to see how it plays out. But I know December 18th is a big game. I know Garcia, you're the leader for that. So, explain to me what's going on with that. Speedball versus MagFed.
Oh shit! I'm dropping my phone and shit. But coming December 18th. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. December 18th, at OTP, I will be representing the blue team as the blue general. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna show up, we're gonna clean house, and we're gonna roll out with the trophy. And I say that with confidence due to the fact after what I saw, this weekend that came up. Yeah, we definitely gonna be taking that trophy home. Definitely gonna be an honor. It's a friendly game. It's the last game of the year for everybody that runs that OTP, and it's going to be one of those things where it's like, look, you want to pick a side. If you're MagFed, go blue. If you're Speedball, go red. If you're MagFed and want to go red, by all means, pick your choice. That's letting me know that you want the competition, you want the smoke. If you're Speedball and want to come blue, that lets us know that you want to go ahead and support the movement that we now have started in this whole process of warfare and of course trying to do 2 days now, and there's going to be more coming. We just have to make it happen. So definitely, if you're ready and you want to go ahead and represent the MagFed squad, go to www.ontargetpaintball.com, look up the events, hit up Winter Brawl, and then sign up, register blue.
Nice. So y'all hear that, MagFed versus Speedball, and that is something that I'm looking forward to. I haven't played against Speedballs in probably a pretty long time, which is crazy. And playing against Speedballers, all they do is shoot in one spot. MagFed, they have their days where people camp out or people, move out, but that should be a great competitive right there. I feel like the MagFed will pull that off. It's my opinion. I'm just saying. So, it's going to be great for everyone to come out.
We will.
What do they Blackout? What do the numbers look like?
Yeah. What's next question? Numbers. Yep.
So last I checked, and again, these are not legitimate numbers, but last I checked, it's 100 to 50, and we got the 100. So, I mean,
wow.
Oh, but don't let that fool you, man. Speedballers are speedballers. They one of their players equals 5 of ours. If you really want to look at the math, so their 50 can be 100 to us. So we have to just play strategically and make sure that everything is good. If they match us in numbers, we're pretty much outgunned. Because you gotta look at it's like having a saw automatic weapon, a squad automatic weapon against a M4. You know what I mean? In actuality, they're machine gunners against our regular riflemen. So we want to go ahead. We
got a game plan, buddy. We got a game plan. Don't worry about that, Blackout. We'll take care of you. You're in good hands.
Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. I know that's gonna be it. It's just we also gotta make sure Zeus. Shout out to him for being the Red General, but we definitely want to make sure the dude is just as strategic as we are. So we want to make sure like everything is on point, pristine. Have I ever played against him? No, but seeing how he is on the field, seeing how he runs, we definitely got a challenge, but ain't gonna be far off from a win. I'll tell you that.
That sounds great, man. And I can't wait to meet this guy Zeus. Shout out to Zeus. Can't wait to meet him. Actually, it should be interesting. Just playing, like I said, playing against Speedballs again. It's been a while since I played against them myself. James, what's your take on it, James? How you feel about December 18th and the outcome of it?
Listen, I'll shoot anybody. I don't care. Speedballers, MagFed, whoever. I mean, I'm used to big events. We've done mixed events before, so it's nothing that we're not familiar with. And we plan accordingly for whoever we play against. We always got a strategy.
That is true. Yes, we do. Well, that's okay. Shout out to Junski as well.
Junie.
Man,
hey,
yeah.
Hey, yo, my fault for interrupting. Make sure, if you guys are watching this, make sure you guys go on to On Target. All right after this podcast is done, and actually check out the dope video. They posted the video of us rallying up. So
yeah, I'm gonna register now, Black. I just need your old former ID as a discount.
Hey, I'll make sure you get it. I'll make sure you get it. Well, make sure you check that video out where everybody's rallying up and everybody's being introduced. Your teams.
Yeah, Creepshow did some nice videos of everybody in a row when he did some nice videos with the drone.
Yeah, I like that. I actually love that video. That was
those videos were actually dope as hell. I can't even front. They were
Was
dope
it
as
either
hell.
the one where our guy lit the smoke and got the got the package to drop was pretty sick.
Yeah, yeah.
I think for me, it was around that bus. That was the sickest one. Because that drone literally led everything. Like, I'm like, man, they have a drone in the air, so they knew exactly where we're at. And I'm telling guys, like, yo, get behind that bus or get in a good position so we can hold them off. And knowing me, I kind of knew how everything was going to happen. And I predicted it, and it did happen. So I'm not even
Well,
mad
that's
at
the
you.
advantage. I mean, Blackout's been watching us play for months. You play with us so for you guys to play on their side. If this was something else, they cut your heads off for being traitors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, listen,
I mean,
I ain't mad at that, I ain't mad at that.
And then I had to switch because I already knew that you had told them that I was going to be aggressive and come up the middle. So like the second auto zone time, I stayed back and stayed in the bus.
I always tell them, I'm like, man, James is coming. He's coming with guys. Like, I'll never forget the attack and defend at Castle. So you guys were attacking, we were defending. I told everybody this, and I lied to you. Now you ask anybody that was on my side. I said, man, if James touched that wall, he's going to take out 4 or 5 of you guys. I know that for a fact. Y'all got to hold him off. Y'all got to do grenades, smoke. Y'all got to shoot as much as possible. Like, please don't let this guy get inside. If he does, trust me, he's a decoy, but someone else is going to get in there. I know that for a fact. I told him that, and it was a good strategy at first. I had to play that leadership role, as in playing that tower for a little bit up there, which I did great as. But I'm used to being on the front line. That's my biggest thing, is being on that front line. But for some reason, I had to lead those guys, like as in showing them how that strategy works. And it's only so much you can do as a leader. But I tell guys, like, man, y'all gotta be strong, y'all gotta be creative, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep shooting. Like, don't stop. Like, somebody get shot, get out, keep fighting, keep staying strong. Because it's gonna be a time where we're fighting a bunch of guys, and it could be 10 of us, 5 of us, it can be 2 of us. Like, we gotta hold that position as much as possible. And that's kind of the reason why, like, I went over there, because I get tired of just slaughtering people all day long. Like, that's all we ever do is slaughter people. Like, it gets to a point where, all right, now it's time to switch it up. Let me go back for once and see how things is. And I'm telling guys from the rip, you have to learn to stay in the mix. Just because somebody got shot next to you, don't lose that position. Stay in that position. Stay that course. And that was right there the problem that I had with you guys. Not a problem, but that's something that I had to tell a few people that was on my side. Stay the course. Don't leave your position. And I'm actually glad that things turned out the way it is, because it made me realize that my role is coming up as a leader, very soon, for the chapter that we're talking about, James. So that's great for me.
Hey, listen, you could put it out there. You could say it. Let the
I'm
word
gonna
out.
say it. When it's okay, Philly chapter coming very soon. You hear it. When it's okay, Philly chapter is coming very soon.
Long deserved.
I'm the captain. I'll put it out there too. But yeah, that's just something that I've heard, like,
He said,
years and years.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's just, it's great that we got a chance to do that. And it kind of showed me my role of leadership. So I'm proud of it. Shout out to Cuddy, shout out to Florida Goons. Shout out to everybody, really. Shout out to everyone that came out for that MagFed meetup. That was actually the dopest
100%, and keep growing it. I mean, it was definitely nice seeing new faces, different people, to play against, and you guys actually helped them out, and it was good because you kept us on our toes by, explaining to them or telling them how we play.
Yeah. I love you, James.
I want to say, even though like I watched When That's Okay play, I watched you play, Eli. I watched the Mercenary One family play, NRF. I watched all you guys play. Knowing how you guys play is pretty dope. However, I would say me actually stepping into the mix, seeing how you guys adapted was actually even doper. Because yes, even though I was in the game, it was good to see how you guys like, oh shit, Blackout's playing. This is how we gotta play now, and that was pretty dope. I know, I know with James, me and James encountered each other. I believe it was the second game or the second map, third game, and we encountered each other. It was a quick exchange, but it was like one of those things where it's like, yo, man, how the fuck? And it was like, yo, I know where
Well,
you're going.
Yeah, we always know where each other is gonna like. Basically, we know where we're gonna be.
Right. And he knew that I was gonna be behind that wall. It was just I was quicker for the draw. I was quicker coming around that corner. I know you had a couple people lined up. I know Esco was around that corner, Viper was around that corner.
Shit,
I
we lined
believe
up too for
Hunter.
a little bit.
There was a lot of people behind you. It's just they didn't come into that. They didn't come into that barrier. If you would have dropped that grenade, you would have took me, Maven.
I was trying to grab it. I was so mad at myself. I kept trying to grab it. I kept getting the smoke, and I thought I had dropped it out of my pocket.
Right. It was a dope exchange right there. And then I believe there was another exchange at fences. I think it was the first round of fences where I came over and actually hopped the fence on like 3 or 4 of your guys. That was actually dope as well. But to see how that didn't happen the second time was like, oh, okay, they catch on, they caught on. That right there was like letting me know, yo, when Winter Brawl comes, it's a wrap. I don't give a hell what anybody got to say, it's a wrap. So it's definitely gonna be dope.
I know that second game was pretty good for sure. Just the fact that we at the 50, and for some reason I knew James was over there. I'm like, man, I know James is probably near me, or he's probably on the other side, but he's at the 50 for sure. I know he is. I'm just like, yo, we gotta get this flag. Like, as soon as that 1 minute go down, we gotta get this flag. So one of the guys on our side grabbed the flag, then got shot and dropped it.
Yeah, I shot him in the back.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, the flag is right in front of me. So
And then I'm trying to call for them for somebody to come up because I would have grabbed it, but nobody came up. And that's like, some stuff we got to work on with the guys. Like, if they're trying to tell you to do something, help each other, because everybody's so scared to get shot. And that's what I'm trying to teach guys. Like, you're going to get shot. Guess what? We're playing paintball. You're going to get shot.
I don't know why though. It's just one shot though. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. For me, it's been like what 5 years I've been doing paintball, so it's like I don't mind getting shot. Like, I'll take a hit. You know what I'm saying? I got shot in one of the worst spots, and for some reason, I'm like, man, I'm going for this flag. Like, I'm just going for it. I told Forge, I'm like, yo, lay down some heavy cover fire. He's like, yo, I got you. When he said that, I knew for a fact I was good. So we count to 3. I grabbed that flag. I just hauled ass back, and that's something that we got to work more on is trust. Like I trust Forge. Like, I trust Forge.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude for sure.
Like, I trust Garcia. Like, I trust guys to have my back. I trust guys to shoot while I'm going for something. Like, I trust them. And that's the process. We have to trust each other in this sport.
Some guys just are not won't take a hit or just don't put themselves in that kind of position.
I will say with that, it's just teaching people how to be aggressive when it comes to the game.
Sometimes you have to be. You got to switch the way you play. You can't just always play the same way. You got to be able to switch.
Right. I know we had a new team out there, Team Servers, NRF, Eli, myself. We took them under our wing. We were making sure that they stayed consistent on the aggressive side of things. When it comes down to it, if a player is not aggressive onto the field, expect nothing but casualties to come back. And the biggest thing that we have as assassins, biggest things that I have as a player in general is if you're not pushing up, then what are we playing this game for, right? We're supposed to move up. If you're worried about getting hit, I mean, we got bigger problems at hand. We're going to lose objectives. We're going to lose points. We're going to lose position on the field because you're scared to get hit. Continue pushing forward, and it won't matter about getting hit because you'll be able to go ahead back to your respawn, come back, and be able to proceed forward because the person behind you was able to step up. Everybody's worried about playing a little bit more strategically. Everybody's worried about getting their camera footage. That's all fine and dandy, but when it comes down to like helping out the person to your left and your right, you want to go ahead and push, continuously push forward, and it showed the growth showed on our side.
Just to piggyback what you said, Garcia, I do remember when we first was the attackers and James and them was the defenders. I remember me, Forge, Maven, Anthony, and shout out to Blink. Us five, we actually was pushing up heavy. We laid down cover fire. We made sure that we was pushing up and shoot at the same time. Mind you, the other people are in the mix too, but it's like some is far back and some is on the far right hand side, which is great. I don't mind that, but like I said, it always comes back to who's willing to take that sacrifice. Who's willing to make that choice and go to that next tower or go to that next spot. Like, and shout to Tone. He actually was the first to push. I'm not even gonna lie. He pushed so far to the point where he's actually in the wood lines. When I seen that, I'm like, yo, what? We need to follow that. Like, everyone needs to follow that. And this is when that leadership should kick in from me or anyone else, who's on the field. Like, tell everyone to move up. If y'all stay back, y'all won't win. You will lose points. Like, and the fact that I think maybe 3 of us or 4 of us got to that one tower and we took out maybe a few other guys inside and we got cut at the end, it was like we had a chance to actually push everyone up there. And we lost. I'm not even gonna lie, we lost that. That to me was like, it sucks. Because you're given an opportunity to actually make a move. Don't waste the opportunity. Like, I see Garcia on the sidelines, like he's calling things out. He's letting people know, like, yo, make that move. Go. I can't tell you where, but you have to make your move on your own. Go. And he was right. He was absolutely 100% right. And the fact that people don't listen, it's like, man, they're scared. So think about that, Make that first move before you even try to do anything. Don't even think about it. Just go. You'll be good.
That game that you're talking about, me being on the sidelines, I was actually watching to see what was I going to be expecting for Winter Brawl. And for those of you that don't know, when you're general, you're sort of kind of playing back, and you're playing with the field in your mind on the field. So it's one of those things where I'm looking at Team Cerberus, NRF. I'm looking at you, Eli. I'm looking at Blackstone Renegades, Mercenary One Family, all play together, and I'm seeing weaknesses being exploited. It's like, okay, cool. I know what to work on here. Team 1SOK, same thing, because when it was their turn to attack, I was doing the same thing with them. However, the big difference between the two teams was aggressiveness. And that was all it is. If the aggressiveness was the same between both elements, I promise you there would probably been issues on both sides. Right? There would have been defensive issues been exploited for 1SOK on how they could go ahead and defend a little bit better. But definitely there needs to be more aggressiveness on the one side. As far as 1SOK going into attack, they were aggressive the entire time. I will say Viper, shout out to you, because I know when I said push, Viper went in and damn near cleared out like 4 or 5 people at one time. I was like, shit, that's what I want. But it's also one of those things, you can't let your brother go in without you. If you see one person moving, you should be moving to where it is he's leaving, if not right behind him. So it's one of those things where I'm very keen on, like, all right, we're gonna move. We move as a unit, but we move together, pushing up as a unit. You know what I mean?
Definitely shout to Viper. I mean, first
Yeah,
game
that was crazy. That push, that was definitely crazy.
Viper definitely did his thing. I mean, the first game we played was at Castle, and I remember he was like, "Yo, Eli, you want to go in there?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's go." And it was dope how we went inside. He went right, I went left. But the whole time we're communicating to each other like, yo, it's two guys here. You know, he took out one, I took out one. I mean, then like we're just moving as we're going along, which was great. After that, everyone just followed us. Everyone just came up behind us, and now it's a unit. And that's something we need to see more, not just from Ones with K, but from everybody. In the MagFed community, we need to see more of that. Don't just leave your brother. Go with him. Be by his side. Let him know that you got his back. So shout out to Viper for that.
Hey, Garcia, how come Who Dares Wins doesn't come to our events, the MagFed meetups?
So Who Dares Wins, they were supposed to show. Shout out to them, by the way. They normally do show. I don't know what was the occasion this time. I think they were down at Folder Gap, if I'm not mistaken. I would definitely like reach out to them. I know they stated they were going to come out. I think they're coming out to the next MagFed meetup. However, I think we're deciding to go down to Maryland for either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out.
I think we're gonna do Collapse.
So we're gonna do the mixed game.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That gives me more reason. That's practice. You know what I mean? That's practice.
Yeah, I think that's really good considering December 18th. So I think that'd be a good move.
Yep, December 3rd. So for those of you that are down to come out and practice with us in a mixed game, the Collapse down in Maryland, we're going to be heading down there. It would be dope to like go down there in a convoy, link up somewhere, and then roll out all together. But hey, get down there if you can. We'll definitely hold it down for ourselves. We'll make sure we're all on one side. If anything, I'll contact Cross and let him know we're coming down with a couple guys.
Real quick, fellas, shout out to Mayhem. Someone asked a question, actually. Alexander Jenkins. He said, in respect to team and play and strategy, have y'all heard of Battle Link?
So I've heard of Battle Link. I'm not against using it. However, it is an electronical piece. And me, I'm real big on not carrying all my phones to the field. Not only carrying my phone to the field, but I'm also big on being light. For those of you that do know, I run out with 2 Tipexes, probably about 4 mags, 3 if I carry 1 Tipex, and my karambit knife. And if I communicate with you, I communicate with you with my hands. There's no better way to communicate, I feel, as though on the field than communicate with your hands. I believe there was a fence. We were at fences, Eli. You were asking me if I was there, and I didn't say shit to you. I was there. You just didn't hear me. When it came down to it, everybody was looking for me, but nobody knew where I was until I popped out. Battle Link, I believe, can be a real good tool to use for some teams, but for others that are like mines or like nomads, utilizing that will only lead to damaged products. So, again, nothing against it. I don't use it.
Yeah, I mean, you could give away position. It really depends on your style of play. I mean, if you could give away position, which is crucial, or you know what I mean. It really depends on how you play.
I mean, I feel like for me and James, we don't really talk much on the field. We just kind of say, "Oh, we're out." We tap shoulders, and I let them know who's coming, who's not coming. I pull them back if so, or we just move forward. Honestly, so.
I guess it depends on the moment that you're in, if there's people around. Like, remember when we were in Castle Blackout when you got me or whatever, I didn't say nothing because I knew you guys were on the other side of the wall. And I was that's when I was searching for a grenade, but I didn't say nothing for anybody. There was a couple of guys behind me, but I didn't say nothing to nobody because I didn't want to give away that I heard you over the wall,
Yeah,
right.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
And Battle Link, it kind of keeps it silent. Like if I'm not mistaken, for Alex, it keeps everything silent. However, you'll be able to see where your teammates are on the map. However, looking at where your teammates are and then looking at the field, Not saying that it's a bad thing, but it's one of those things where if your gun is not up, you're definitely gonna be out of it. You know what I mean? And then looking at Battle Link is like, okay, cool. What's going on now? Again, this is nothing against Battle Link. I'm not against anybody who uses it either. If you use it, more power to you. My biggest
maybe
thing
it's
is
better. Maybe it's better for like a bigger game type thing where you have 100 people out there or something like that. For a smaller game where you could see people, I don't think it's. It all depends on the situation.
yeah, it does. I would look at it more as like your team leaders. Your team leaders will have access to Battle Link to ensure that they know where certain elements are on the field versus everybody has Battle Link. Everybody needs to carry their equipment onto the field knowing where they're at. And in that case, it gives us more of an essential peek on what to protect. You know what I mean? But that goes into gameplay production side of things later on down the line. I could see that being useful though.
Okay. Oh snap! That's actually my guy, PMC Group. Okay. Yeah, we was texting a few times these last couple of months. Okay, shout out to PMC Group. He's actually from Chicago. Blackout. He's from Chicago.
Okay.
Chicago.
Shout out
Midwest, right? Midwest.
Midwest. Yep, Midwest.
Midwest. Got you.
All right.
So I got
That's
a
what we
question,
got.
fellas. I definitely got a question for you guys. Anybody can go for this. You know, when thinking about the topic competitive greatness or just competitive itself first, what comes to mind when thinking about competitive on and off the field, actually?
You want to answer that first, James, or you want me to go?
You go ahead.
All right. When it comes down to competitiveness, right? I like to compete. I like to compete. I like to learn. Not only do I like to compete and learn, but I like to sit there and actually see what's coming out of it. For example, not even Winter Brawl, Warfare. Warfare was competitiveness for you guys, right? It was to see who was going to win between those that actually go to on target paintball and those that actually, play in the MagFed event but haven't come to on target yet. It was for the MagFed community, but it was really, really put out there to see who's going to compete against each other and who's going to take it to the next level. And what I saw was one team ready to go at all cylinders, like all 8 cylinders, just ramming through, getting objectives and all that. And then the other team, slowly picking up, but still being competitive as far as like making sure that they weren't too far behind. Now, me being a bystander and actually seeing this, it's like, damn, I would have done things this way. I would have done things this way. So me being a competitor, I was looking at it like, yo, what would I do in this situation? How would I see it? So that's just me being a competitor, right? Now, Winter Brawl, I am competing, and it's more so competing for those that are behind me, such as the MagFed community. We have people that support the MagFed community. We have paintball players that are on the other side that want to see what competitiveness looks like. Zeus, who's on the other side, is a competitive player as well, and we're ready to go at it with each other. And I told him, hey, if we see each other out there on the field, we're definitely going to have to duel it out. Like, all battle stops, and me and him will go at it, my pistol against whatever marker he has. But we definitely are seeing the competitiveness, and when competitiveness comes to mind, it's all about taking yourself and whatever's behind you, whoever's behind you, to the next level, and ensuring that you'll do whatever it takes to win in a respectful manner. Off the field, just remaining humble, knowing that you've learned something and pretty much brought something great to the field or to the game or to whoever it is that was in your surrounding area. That's what competitiveness is for me.
Nice. All right, Captain James, what you got for me?
I mean, listen, competitiveness is why we play the game. I mean, that's, and these guys, all one SOK really brings their competitiveness. And a lot of the guys are good. I mean, everybody's competitive. And showing in our 2 events that we played in, we came out victorious. And that's because of our competitive nature.
I agree. 100%. I agree on both of you guys. And Just my opinion, real quick on competitiveness. For me, competitive is challenges. Like you come across all kind of challenges on and off the field. For me, on the field is I'm always looking for new strategies. I'm always looking to make plays. I'm always looking for people to be leaders of their own. You're going to come across someone that is going to challenge you, and it's up to you. You're given that choice is you're either going to break or you're going to break that record by beating them. For example, I remember when I first played for the Terror Killers. All odds was against us. Me being a co-captain, my biggest challenge was, am I really prepared to be this leader? Am I prepared to take guys under my wing and make things happen? And that's something that was kind of challenging for me. So every time I touch that field, it's like four of us, three of us. I'm making sure that all my guys are good. And when I say good is I'm making sure that they don't get shot. I'm making sure they're in cover. I'm making sure that we're actually looking at targets in front of us. Our goal is to keep fighting. Our goal is to keep moving forward. Never backpedal, move forward. And that was my biggest challenge, playing with Terror Killers at one point. And now that I outgrew that, and now that I see my full potential, which led me into a new chapter in my life, me being the leader I am today, that I call and go by the Prophet Wolf, that right there is a blessing. It's amazing for me to see that growth because not many people can say that they came that way. It takes time to develop your character. It takes time for you to build that up. And for me to sit here and say that, it's a huge honor. And off the field, you just gotta stay strong. Every challenges you're gonna face, you gotta fight it. You gotta embrace it. You gotta keep going, moving forward. And I tell everyone this all the time, no matter if you're a Christian or not, keep praying, keep moving forward, keep telling yourself, you have a positive mindset. Keep that positive mindset. Keep people around you that want to see you win and lift you up. That's the ultimate goal in life is lifting someone up next to you. So that's my competitive right there.
I like it.
Nice.
Yeah. But as time goes, fellas, and this is just my opinion, I just hope that we continue on this path together. Because to be honest, we're living in times where things is just crazy, things is just getting bad, and for us to have this community, for the MagFed community, is a blessing because it shows that people are watching us, people are seeing things that we never thought they would see. Like people are coming to the MagFed community because it's for one, it's an image. They see that image. They're looking at the leaders in it, by example. Like they're seeing what we're bringing to the table, and they love it. Like every single time I get on social media, someone reach out to me and be like, "Yo, you guys in New Jersey, or will you play it, or how I get involved?" Like that right there is to me a blessing because that's letting me know that we're doing something right. That's letting me know that we're in the right direction.
Right.
What I'm saying? And that's how we should look at life.
To caveat on that, or to piggyback on that, as you would say, Eli. So with everybody else that's outside watching us, looking in, right? Yeah, it is a humbling feeling to know that people are watching us, which is why we keep that momentum going. I want to give a shout out real quick to Hyenas MagFed out in Georgia. They're actually watching us on a day-to-day basis, and they see what we're doing for the MagFed community. They're trying to duplicate what we're doing up here down there. So shout out to them. Shout out to DMV MagFed. Those guys, they go tough. We play against them every now and again, but these guys are definitely dope when it comes down to playing. there's another group of people. Of course, the Midwest, you have the Assassins Alliance, of course. Like that's my team. That's where that's where we started. That's where our core is. But when it comes down to it, you have other teams that are out there that are watching us. The Sicaros. You have there's other teams that have hit me up and actually let me know that they're ready. You got people in Europe, people in I believe it's Australia, people in Mexico. You know, shout out to all those players that are watching us and seeing what we're doing. And it's all because of you guys. You know what I mean? The community itself. So when people sit there and say, Garcia, you put this together, or Eli, you know, you put this together, or James, you put this together. No, it's the community thing. None of us would be anything without the community that's actually taking part in it. So, you know, shout out to everybody that's a part of that now. You know what I mean? So definitely wanted to say that piece.
Well, shoot. If anything, shout out to you, Garcia. You the one that, you know what I mean, brought it together. I mean, the fact that
Yeah, definitely with your
took that
refereeing
role.
and your
Yeah.
gameplay,
Yeah, you took that role.
everything you brought to OTP. You really brought everybody. You made the reason. You were the reason why everybody want to go down there is the way you ran stuff.
Yeah,
You know, basically your objectives and all the stuff you came up with and all your hard time that your time and effort that you put into it.
Yeah, that was mad dope.
But it's you guys that I do it for. You know what I mean? It's you guys that give me these ideas. You guys say, hey, we want to see a helicopter come out of the sky. Well, I'll see if I can make that happen, guys. But you know, if that's what we're worried about, let's try to get other things going. And you know, I want to say it was the very first MACFest where I was like, what do you guys want to see? And you was like, we just want to compete. All right, cool. Objectives. And objectives is one of the best ways to see you guys compete. And watching y'all compete and seeing y'all grow to where you're at now, you know, leads to wins. You had one SOK winning the overnight game over at Cousins Field. You know, you have one SOK, you know, going to the UMFL. And granted, it wasn't called correctly. However, you guys placed. And when it comes down to it, I say it all the time. It doesn't matter what's going on. As long as you guys are getting to the point where people are recognizing that name, nothing else matters. Now all you have to do is just get better from there. With that, I say, you know, kudos to you guys. You guys are the reason why half of these games are existent today. So definitely don't give me all the glory. It's you guys that actually, you know, put in the work, make these games a reality.
I definitely agree with that. And also shout out to James, man. You know, you definitely been a dope captain. You know, you've been real since I actually met you, you know. So that's dope to me. You know, I definitely appreciate you every step of the way.
Thank you.
No, James, let's be honest. He was an asshole. Me and James, the first time I met James, it was like, hold on, who the fuck is this guy? And you know, he had the loud mouth, and his favorite quote, every time he comes up, hey, look, man, I'm just here to shoot people. That's all. Man, I'm stupid. You know what I mean? And it'll be funny. It'll be funny, but it's the truth. All you would hear in the field is this dude. He's over on the left. Shoot him. Man, now he got a shield, and it's like this dude is running rampant on the field. Like, you give this dude a shield, some first strike rounds, a drum mag, and what is it you run with? You run with the EMF 100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you give him all that. Oh, he's a happy kid. He's really a kid.
Man, James talks so much shit on the field. It's crazy. Like the last match we just played, you know, I'm not gonna say exactly what he said, but it had me crying to the point where I dropped my gun. I was really laughing about it. Like,
I'm still on.
I'm laughing at the fact that you called that guy what you called him. I'm just like, yo, you is crazy. But you shot him though. You know, you shot right in his head, point blank. And you know, that's just fun, man. I just love coming out, you know, talking shit and shooting people. But that's the funniest shit I've ever seen James do. Is shoot somebody and then talk shit afterwards. Like, that's crazy. You know, and I can't even forget the time where the first time we actually did that was at Manchester, New Jersey. shout out to Memphis, New Jersey paintball field too. I'll never forget. We had 7 minutes left, and I had my snipe, and you had your die down, and I'm just like, yo, guys, right? Let's go fuck with them. And I've never seen somebody just walk up on somebody like that. You really just walked, loaded your box mag, and dumped at least 4 people got hit. I said, what the fuck? Just walking though, on some like Terminator shit. I'm just like, yo, I can't believe he just did that. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, this dude really just shot at 4 people, 4 auto too. I'm just like, that's crazy.
That was a good time. I was like, hey, we got 7 minutes left. Let's just run out there and just give them hell. And we just ran out there, and you were zipping people. I was zipping people. It was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the crowd that was actually on the side was like, look at these 2. Whoa, shit.
It was
Come
wild.
check them out. I'm just like, yo, I think that was the day that me and you became the best of friends in duos.
Yeah.
I think
we
we
definitely bonded that day.
Yeah, that was the day for sure. That's the day that we actually became the best duos that first time. After that, it was a wrap. It was history. And it's like, man, running with James is so much fun. It's like, yo, I can't believe I had so much fun just running around. Like, close and personal. I love it. I just love it. But more guys need to see more of that. More people need to see that push. See that aggressiveness. The confidence is always going to be there. It's just you have to find your passionate in this sport. Like, what's your biggest style? What's your role? You love pushing? You love staying back? You love, like, what do you love? So they got to find it.
100%. That's why I think it's more important that we work more hands-on, try to break the one us okay up into like smaller groups and work with certain people.
Yeah, I agree.
You could find niches with guys and how they want to play and what their style is. So we definitely got to address that next time, we meet up either at a MagFed meetup or, we do our own thing.
I would definitely love that. I feel like a lot of people in West UK can definitely make that happen. Especially is no one in West UK is weak. Let me just say that. No one is weak. No one has a weak point. But it's always about improving and getting better. Like I talk about
everybody, like perfect example is warfare.
Yeah.
We broke the groups up and everybody knew their role. And that's the important thing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say what other people's roles are, but I don't want to put nobody out there, but we know whose roles are what. What everybody's strength and weakness is, and trying to figure that out. And some of the newer guys is important.
I will say that that on Warfare, One SOK definitely did shock me with how they had everything organized, from the maps to how you guys broke up in teams. Like, it was definitely dope to see that. That is very, 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 very fantastical. Hold on.
Yeah, I love that actually. And I remember Creepshow didn't shout to Creepshow. I remember Creepshow didn't show up the next day at Warfare, so they put me in charge of his spot, which I was cool with. But I gave that spot to Rude Boy. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, but I'm in the mix.
Like, yeah, Rude Boy did a hell of a job, though. I mean, he did a hell of a job.
Yeah, I was in the mix. I'm sorry, I had to be in the mix. I had a few targets on my list that day, so I had to be in the mix for that, and it was great. It was amazing. It's just giving someone else that opportunity to shine and be a leader. That's always gonna be me. I'm gonna give you that next shine. Like you deserve it.
But I definitely seen another side of Rude Boy that I really like. That was big of him.
Yeah,
that was big, and he had no problem stepping up.
No, not at all. His strategy was on point. The objective was on point. So I love the fact that we all did what we supposed to do that day. And that right there showed us that we got our biggest strength in strategy and objectives.
We gotta do. I really want to do a night game again. That shit was wild.
I'm still mad and go out.
That night game in Manchester was pretty awesome. I can't even front. It was awesome.
That shit was so wild, bro.
How many guys that Hercules had that had night vision or thermal?
It didn't matter. It didn't work because I had lights on, so they couldn't even use it that well.
Yo, when I tell you they had like a million lumen light out there, it was like damn near the sun was outside.
Yeah. And then you could put it on like flashing, trying to give people seizures. You could put it on flash mode, which we did. It was like just zap. Oh my God, it was wild.
I know he ain't like that.
We had somebody run into a tree, so
Damn,
that
bro.
was
Not on purpose.
While getting
was
shot at?
Nah, I think it was Crow hit a tree.
Yeah, Crow ran into a tree.
Oh shit. That's
It
new.
was good. It was a good day. I think
But
the
these
game was
guys-
already over by then.
Yeah, these guys went hard, man. These guys went hard. I mean, Crow really put in a lot of work. All the guys really put in a lot of work. Shout out to Crow.
Shout
out to Scarecrow. Yep, definitely shout out to him.
Yeah, he be moving. I'll give him that. He be moving.
He's booking, bro. He's doing 100 miles an hour out the gate.
Yeah, he be moving for sure. I like how he moved too. Just like man, have the same kind of game. But he moves though, man. Sometimes me, I get tired. I'm like, oh, give me a little break real quick. I'm like,
He's a
moving.
He's a speed demon, man. He don't stop.
Yeah, that's crazy. But he in perfect shape. Like he's in perfect shape. Probably work out and stuff. So he don't do much, and he just stays. He just stays with his cardio, which is great. It's amazing. Me, I eat all kind of shit: steaks, cheese sticks, chicken, rice. I ain't, I haven't worked out in so long.
I mean,
trying to think who else. I wanted to give a shout out to. Oh man, shout out to New York Savages too, man.
Yeah, they're great people, man. Good people.
Yeah,
good people. Shout out to them. They just came back from Folder Gap. If I'm not mistaken, I think they won.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure.
I think I seen that. I think I seen that. Yeah, I believe I seen that on one of their pages. Shout out to Ghost.
My man Ghost. Taz.
Yeah, he was going hard for that, and they bring some energy, man. I can say that they really bring a lot of energy.
We get wild. One SOK with them, we get wild. Freelancers, yeah. I got wild with them guys and freelancers, man. That was crazy.
Freelancers was fun.
That was absolute. I can't wait to do that again next year, man.
And their program was actually 300, right? It was 300. They down there.
Apparently, yeah. But freelancers, it's not freelancers no more. It's 0 hour. Make sure you guys register for 0 hour. All right. 0 hour is one of the biggest MagFed games on the East Coast, period. And I've only heard stories about it. I've never been to it. But there's videos on it. You can look it up on YouTube. 0 hour is where it's at. That's where you want to go ahead and make yourself known. So if you guys really into this, you guys prepping for it now. 0 hour is that game you want to go to. And I'm not saying that because I'm getting anything for it. Trust me. If I was, I'll be promoting it a little bit more. But I am planning on going to 0 hour.
That's the one in May, correct?
Yes, that's the one in May. And I think it's in Albany, New York.
I'm already on it.
All right, cool. I believe registration is going to be open up in the middle of this month.
Yeah. Yep.
So definitely, if you guys are MagFedders, get in it. Get on it. Meet some great people.
Wolf, here's the deal, Wolf. It's not 10 minutes away. It's like a 4-hour ride. Prepare yourself.
I should be good by then, man. I can't. I should be good by then. I forgot.
You can't leave. You can't snap your fingers and be there. It's gonna take a little bit of a ride.
I can't miss no more games like that. Those are the big games that I should really be at.
It's different, man. When you play in a big event, it's different.
When you're playing in a big event, when you're playing at a big event that's just MagFed, yeah, it's completely, utterly different. Like you can't fathom. Like what we did at Warfare was good. Freelancer, you had people from Mexico, people from I believe New Zealand or some shit like that. Like people came out to that, and it was dope. It was just a good feeling.
What made them change the name to 0 Hour instead of Freelancers?
No. 0 Hour is the original name. Freelancers was a game that's prepping you for 0 Hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so these are from like MagFest Society guys. They are, when it comes down to 0 Hour and shit like that, they are dope. They are dope, and I don't even think this is a MagFest Society production, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Kilt is the general for the Kilt is the general or XO for one of the sides.
I believe he's a general. I believe he's a general because Castle is. If he's for red, then yeah. Kilt is going to be the general for red side. Castle is his XO, and then blue. I'm not too sure what's going on there.
It's Surge. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Hold on 1 second.
Some good information, I'll tell you that.
It's Frank and it's Kilt and James Wolf are red, and Frank and Surge are the blue team.
Frank and Surge. Oh, so all right. So then I had it backwards. Oh shit! Somebody's running from the cops. Oh, my fault. So it's backwards then. Frank Castle and Surge, great combination, right? You got the general, Surge, and you got Castle, who is, he's a good commander. Then you have, for the other side, Kilt and Wolf. I don't know too much about Wolf, but I do know is Kilt. Kilt is about his shit when it comes down to making sure his troops are in line. So they're both good. That's a hell of a choice.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these names, Wolf, man. I'm the only Wolf. No, I'm playing. I don't want to say that. No, I'm not gonna lie though. I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm thinking about challenging every person that has a Wolf name. I feel like that would be a great start. Not even gonna lie to you. Especially shout out to Wolf Paintball, man. That's my mentor, but I wouldn't challenge that. I would challenge that. Can't even lie.
Hey, do what you can, man. As long as it's promoting good promotion, you know what I mean?
Always.
I just found out there was another blackout somewhere.
Like, we got issues.
Oh man.
Yeah, right.
How do y'all feel when y'all hear these people that had your name? Like, I'm just curious.
It doesn't bother me not one bit.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man, right? You go into a paintball field and somebody says my name's Blackout. Like, hey, that's funny. I'm Blackout from over here. So they say they're Blackout from over there, and you're like, yo, you're from a different dimension, my guy. But the other Blackout plays with a speedball gun, so I guess I got all areas covered. Yeah, I got all areas covered.
I'm about to say the only Wolf I ever knew was only Wolf Paintball. I mean, I'm just like, all right, he had the name first anyway. The name was kind of given to me, Prophet Wolf, but they just sometimes like, all right, it's two Wolf right there. Like but he's the Wolf that's on I believe on the west side. I'm on the east side, so it's kind of different.
Oh, so you might be all right then too.
Yeah, because I don't hear nobody Wolf this name anyway. Like I've been ranking not one person that has the Wolf in the east side, so I think I'm covered.
All right, you're good then. Wolf of the East. You got Wolf of the East and Wolf of the West.
Yeah, there you go.
You can say that. Yeah, you can say that. I feel better now.
Are you talking about Wolf from Canada?
Yeah. I believe so.
Oh
He's
my God!
Canada,
Now
right?
there's a wolf of the north, a wolf of the south, and a wolf of the west.
I want to say he's in Canada, right?
Yeah, Wolf is from Canada. The wolf
Okay.
No,
you're
you're
talking
good.
about is from Canada.
Yeah.
The wolf that we're going up against now, or not that we, but the wolf that's going to 0 hour, I don't know who that wolf is.
Gotcha.
Uh-oh. Not a third wolf. Don't do that to him.
And it'd be scary, man. It really be scary because I'm not gonna
Blackout,
lie.
I just helped him out, and you just told him there's another wolf. I just
Yeah,
got him off of it. And you just
My
backed him
fault,
right
man.
back.
it's crazy.
My fault, man. My
You
fault.
just backed it right back into it.
No, because
I'm
somebody had DM me like not that long ago. Was like, "Hey, Wolf, you gonna be at this event?" I'm like, "You got the wrong Wolf, dude. Like, I'm on the east side." He's like, "No, no, no. I seen you play." I'm like, "You got the wrong dude. Like, look at my page, my picture, whatever." He's like, "Oh shit, you're the Wolf from the east side. I heard about you." I'm like, "Who told you about me?" But I don't know. I guess the words gets out. I don't know. Like it just kind of like I'm just curious. Like, all right, it's all these wolf now. Like, somebody got to be challenged now.
You make that happen, man.
It got to be a wolf one, wolf number two, wolf number three. Right now, I don't know where I fit in at. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just making my name known on the east side. That's all I'm doing. Prophet Wolf. It's out there.
That's all that needs to happen.
All right, guys, I'm out. I'm going to eat dinner. I got some paperwork to do. It was nice
right.
chatting with you boys.
Yes, sir.
Not a problem, James. Always a pleasure, man.
Hey, James, before you go, James, just got one question for you. Then we out.
Go ahead.
What's your encouragement to someone that's watching this podcast, and what would you encourage them to do and say if you was to see somebody that wants to get into MagFed paintball?
Listen, it's a great way to get out. It's great exercise. It's great to just relieve stress and express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great outlet to enjoying yourself and instead of doing other things, it's a better choice to get yourself out there. It's a release, a stress reliever. And it's cheaper than therapy.
Yes, it is.
Cheaper than therapy. You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. But that was great, man. I definitely appreciate you for joining my podcast, man. We gotta run this back. Definitely gotta run
You
it
got
back.
it, brother. I'll talk to you guys later.
You too, James.
All right, man.
Later.
Peace. My guy Garcia, man. Down to you now. I've been rocking with you, man, and it's great, bro. Definitely love you, man. You definitely bring a lot to the table, showing love and your people person, man. I love it. I definitely love it, man. I appreciate you more than you know.
I
Always.
appreciate that, man. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that comes to this community and brings something to the table, man.
Yeah. That's
Definitely, most definitely.
That's exactly what it's about, man. And the last question go to you. Last question, what encouragement could you give to somebody who's watching this podcast, that wants to get involved in, but not only just get involved, that wants to better themselves, even if they're already in the sport, like how can you better them?
I would say leave everything on the field, from your troubles to your strategy, your tactics. Leave everything out on the field so that way when you walk off, you're walking off with a brand new state of mind. You're playing with some good people. You're playing with people that are trying to pretty much do you well. But make sure that when you come off of that field, you speak to those people, and when you leave by yourself or with the person that came with you in the vehicle, you just think about how you can better yourself on the field, because thinking about how you can better yourself on the field helps better yourself in life. And that's what I've been doing on a day-to-day basis. Anytime I'm on that field, if you see me on that field and I'm talking with people, know that on that ride home, I'm like, all right, how could I have done this better? You know what I mean? Even when on the production side, giving you guys, warfare giving you guys the MagFed meetups. Every time I go home, it's like, all right, how could I have done this a little bit better? What games could I bring out next? How can I make sure that this hit different? That's what everybody can do.
Love that answer, man. Definitely love that answer. No, this podcast was great, man. This podcast really was amazing. Competitive greatness, and it's a great topic. You know, a lot of people should understand that competitive runs deep. It's deeper than what words is. You know, it's deeper. So, anyone that's watching this podcast, stay encouraged, of course, and keep moving forward. You know, keep grinding, keep going. You know, keep doing what you're passionate about. You know, if you're passionate about this sport, you know, get involved. You know, the community is getting bigger and bigger. It's growing each and every time we hit that field. Also before I go, uh, I have hoodies. I have sweatpants coming now. Well, they're actually here. I have shirts. Everything with Humble Warrior Worthy brand, which is my business. Also, I will be having the Profit Wolf business as well. That's coming in very soon. I have a video dropping this Saturday with me and Garcia in it. Great video too, by the way. A few pictures coming out. So it's going to keep going, you know, and it's never going to stop.
Most def.
So definitely cop up. Definitely cop up. I know Garcia got some stuff too lined up. We're gonna talk about real quick before we go.
Listen, man, support your local paintball team. The Assassins Alliance. We're located in Chicago, Philadelphia, Maryland, and the DMV area. We're located down in Mexico and out in New Zealand right now. So, you know, the product is definitely like limited edition, but it is something that, you know, we definitely want to bring out to the paintball players, and all proceeds go towards, you know, making the games a little bit better than what they are. I did order some equipment for us to go ahead and make sure that our medics are well equipped. And then, of course, when we start doing our free for all games, we're going to ensure that, you know, everybody has at least one life, and it's all tracked through a device that actually allows you to go ahead, stab yourself as if it's an EpiPen, and then revive you within 10 seconds time. So all proceeds goes towards that. So if you guys want to help out the MagFed community, you could purchase one of the Assassins merchandise. If you want to go ahead and just get assassin gear, by all means, hit me up at Blackout Assassin on Instagram or Luis Garcia on Facebook, and I'll definitely hook you guys up. Outside of that, I have other things going on. We'll talk about that at a later time, though.
Well, you guys have it, man. And you know what? That's all. The Prophet Wolf podcast, catch this podcast. If you didn't watch it, you will catch it on my YouTube channel, which is the Prophet_Wolf Paintball Podcast. So make sure y'all watch this podcast. And you know what? We'll be back for another one. Stay tuned. Right. See you guys next time. The Prophet Wolf.
Black out.
Wolf out.
Black out.